not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He's going to field this at the 2. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He'll get this to Jefferson. Juke the defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
That's Jefferson. He's got it. Takes out a 1-stop. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
Call it 9 yards. Looks like a 1st for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Back to the well again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Vikings start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. It's the Raiders with 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They give it to him again. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Throwing here, Ritter. He's on the move. That's caught for the 1st. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ritter setting up to throw. Caught near the goal line. He has the touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just a machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returnable from the 1. Oh, he lost it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And they'll return it for a touchdown. The Raiders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Not exactly the big play that these reworked kickoffs were designed to promote, Brock, but hey, excitement's excitement, right? And it is hard to beat the old scoop and score.
Don't tell that kicking team that wasn't a big play. This is what they work on all week long, Kate.
Yep.
This is how they become special as a special teams unit to punch it out and take it back to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And no return here. And this is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy to throw. Completes this one to Otten. And that's good for a gain of 5. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He lets a heater go deep. Middle of the field. He's got it inside the 25. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings chop some of the lead off before the half. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. Trey Tucker to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Back to throw now, it's Ritter. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he makes the Reds go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk. It could do some serious damage.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Tucker now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he's all the way up across the 40 before heading out of bounds.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Trying for the deep ball. Wide open, downfield. Got That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they have prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Complete out to the right. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 46. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
On now comes their punter. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. Oh, and it's a fake punter with the football. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
Well, they tried the fake, but no one was fooled. Defenders saw right through that attempt to sell that punt. Clearly, this squad did their homework this week, and they knew that was coming on 4th down.
He throws a bullet down the right sideline, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jamel D makes the play. And the Vikings have it as he records his 7th
Damn, I hate when I hit the wrong damn button.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
He cuts it to the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off. But don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
And they'll mark him down there after the dive. Gets them a couple there in a very good spot now with 2nd and goal from the 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They give it to him up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Robert Spillane has it. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being third down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Now a give running right. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He put everything he had in. He's got it deep downfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now it's McCarthy. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Signaling fair catch, and he takes it in at the 37. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. There's a handoff up the gut. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. We'll see what they come up with. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. On the move, past the 40. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
From the 40 on 2nd down. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that grows the lead to 27.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, every once in a while you understand a play that loses a yard or two. But losing that much on a completion, there is some kind of malfunction with the offense. They'd have been better off abandoning that play. Heck, might as well punt it.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Jukes one defender, and he'll have it up across the 20 on a decent pickup there. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's throwing deep to the left side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Here's Ritter. That one's complete, right side. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They'll run here on first down, and he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Motion man sent left. Running it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Working quickly here. They're going play action. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Raiders nearing their 9th win of the season. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Caught near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Raiders keep running away with this. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it at the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the shotgun, McCarthy. The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. You've got to keep moving quick here.
It's a gain of a yard.
Back to him on 2nd and goal. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So now here's 3rd and goal. Now McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
He fires one deep down the big game downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week.